Hi, and welcome to the United Devil channel with me, JB, for another. Let's try this again, shall we? Welcome to the United Devil channel with me, JB. I hope we're all doing really well today. This evening's kickoff is at 10 o'clock, and done everything else but rather than pull the microphone close to my face, so that's not the best start of the evening. Now, apologies in advance if I'm sniffling and sneezing, because I've got COVID, which is the gift that keeps on giving. It's quite funny after the stream today. People are trying to give me abuse for having it, which is quite fun. So I hope we're all doing really well today. I hope you've had a good afternoon. Sunday, tomorrow is another work day. So I thought we'd go a little bit early. Maybe we can talk about the Amorim interview. Talk about all kinds of stuff, where we are. I'm just looking. I'm waiting for the team to come out, and I am see if the team comes out very, very soon. Let's see where we are with that. So the team news has just come out. So for the first time, let's have a little look. So, interestingly enough, just hot off the press, Højlund doesn't start. Mbeumo is up front. So, Mbeumo is up front. Mbeumo is just come out that Mbeumo is up front. So, Rasmus Højlund has not started. Rasmus Højlund is amongst the substitutes. So, it's giving you an indication of what Amorim has planned to do. And I always thought this was a game where we would see what happens. I was of the opinion that, and I did say this in the stream as well, and I think some of us said it as well, is that we will know what's going on with Højlund if he doesn't start in this game. Though it could be a false dawn, but Mbeumo starts up front. So that's straight away is an early indication for those of you who are Sesko. So Binder is in goal. Yoro, Delict and Shaw. Sadalo, Ugarte, Bruno Fernandes, Mainu, Diallo in the number 10, Cunha in the other 10, and Mbeumo up front. So Sadalo will be, and so interestingly enough, Dallo will be the right wing back. Mainu looks like he's the left wing back, with Fernandes, Ugarte, Ahmad as a number 10, Cunha as a number 10, and Mbeumo up front as a striker. That's another interesting team. So we've got another interesting team. I will just put this together while we are talking, and I don't know why my camera has suddenly decided to do that. It's really annoying. Okay. So, for those of you who have just joined, Mbeumo starts up front. Rasmus Højlund is on the bench. I think that's quite a significant change in the team. It could just be for reasons unknown. It could just be because he wants to give Mbeumo a start, but Mbeumo plays up front as a number 9 today. So that's a bit of a surprise, isn't it? So again, Amorim's put out a different team. Cunha and Mbeumo both play from the start. Mbeumo is up front, and Rasmus Højlund is on the bench. So I'm going to try and put this team together while we are talking. So we've got, feel free to get in the chat and with some questions. So we've got Binder in goal. Mbeumo up front is wow, that's a that I was not expecting that. Well, I think I was half expecting that, to be honest with you, but let's see. So this team is the numbers are not going to be right in this team, so don't shoot me for that, but I will get the team in. I was so confident that Mbeumo was playing in the number 10 that I'd put him as the first name on the sheet, and he's actually playing up front. So Amarin's doing something different this evening. I hope we're all doing really well while I just set this up. This team has literally just come out. So for those of you who have just joined, obviously stick a like in the on the video. It really does help us out. So those of you who have joined, shocker, Mbeumo starts, but up front, Rasmus Højlund is on the bench. Bayinda, Yoro, Delo as right wing back, De Ligt, Shaw, Ugarte, Fernandes, Mainu as a left-sided, I'm guessing, wing back, Ahmad, Cunha in the number 10s, and Mbeumo up front. So that is where we are. So I'm just going to put this team together. Where are we? Number 9. Do we have Cunha? Get Ahmad in there as well. Ahmad is in there. God, it'd help if I could spell it, wouldn't it? I apologise if the sniffing is going to do your head in. I have COVID, so it's bear with me. Bear with me if you can on that one. I try not to sniff too much. Alright, so Mbeumo, Cunha, Ahmad. Mbeumo up front, Ahmad and Cunha both in the number 10 roles. Fernandes in the number 8. What have we got? Delo, right wing back again. Ugarte plays. Ugarte. We have Fernandes. Fernandes is in there as well. So for those of you who have joined, and again I will repeat the team sheet again. So Delo as right wing back, Mainu as left wing back. We got Bayinda in goal, Yoro, De Ligt and Shaw as centre backs. Fernandes in the number 8. Ahmad as a number 10, Cunha as a number 10, and Mbeumo as a striker up front, with Rasmus Højlund on the bench. So that's going to tell you everything that you need to know. And I think we've said on our chat as well that we could possibly use Mbeumo as a striker up front. And this looks like it is what we're going to trial out today. So I will just continue to put the team sheet in and then pop it up so you can read that, and then we can go through some of your other questions. So we got Delo, get that in there. That's what happens when you haven't got a team around you to do this. You have to do it yourself on the fly. Okay, I'll put Mainu there, Delo there, Cunha, Ahmad, Mbeumo up front, Yoro, De Ligt and Shaw. Wow, that is a turn up for the books. So Mbeumo plays up front. Højlund is to the bench. Could be for fatigue reason. It could just be a coincidence, but I really don't believe in coincidences. So Luke Shaw gets another start. Don't know how you will feel about world-class Luke Shaw getting another start. And we've got De Ligt. So De Ligt, I think, is playing as a centre. The centre back. Yeah, okay. Binder's number 1. Yoro's 15. 15. De Ligt 4. Oh, bloody hell. De Ligt 4. 23 and 2. Hope you're all doing really well this evening. Real Fun 6 TV says, "Hey mate, just subscribe to your channel and I'll be joining for watch long time." Thank you, my friend. Very, very, very kind of you. I appreciate that. That really means a lot to me, more than you ever know, my friend. So I really do appreciate that. Let me get this team out Ugarte 25. Fernandes 8. Where we got Manu 37. Oh, Manu 37. Ahmad 16. Alright. Ahmad 16. Mbeumo is 19. Right. Okay, so I'm hoping that I've got all this right. Okay. Let's get this in there. So, Mbeumo plays up front, which I think is a development. If you are a Shesko wanting to come Shesko to the club, then is that a bit of a coincidence? I'm not sure, but I don't believe in coincidences. So so let's see. Let's change this team around, and then we can start talking about this team. Open this up. Get this in. Chances. Here we go. Right. Here we go. Perfect. So, sorry about that. It's so difficult when it's just me trying to put a team together on the fly. You look like rude. I will take that, my friend. How are you feeling about the team? I'm intrigued by the team. The only player in there the only two sides that interest me is that left-hand side with Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw is definitely not a starter for me. I don't want him in the squad, but again, Amorim seems to like his favourites, and I'm not sure that I don't need to see Luke Shaw. Maybe some other players are fatigued, and yeah, I don't know. Manu left wing back. I think I'm not too sure about that, but I'm interested to see that. I think the shocker for me is Mbeumo up front. Well, the shocker that he's playing. So we've got two of our new signings starting up front. Ahmad in the number 10 as well. So Cunha and Ahmad in those number 10 roles. Fernandes back in that number 8. Ugarte, I want to see him as well. So I don't know if we're gonna. I don't know how that looks. You know, I mainly doesn't seem right as a left wing back. So I'm intrigued, mate. I'm intrigued. Højlund on the bench for me is a shocker. I think what we alluded to that on an earlier stream, whereby we said that we're soon gonna know what Højlund and what the plan is in this game, because if Højlund didn't start and didn't play, it could be fatigued. It could be a coincidence. And you know, I will happily hold my hand up on that one. But Højlund not playing in this game and Mbeumo up front, it tells you everything. So this is why I love doing this, right? This is why I love all the hypothesis, and we talk about and we do all the chat on here, because we've pretty much discussed all this stuff. And what's really funny now is seeing that some of your comments and some of your own ideas have started to come in here. So, you know, we've discussed about what are we going to do with the striker. So, for example, we said if we're going to get rid of Højlund, what are we going to do with another striker? Are we going to get rid of Højlund, and who are we going to play up front in that supporting role? Any quotes? Yes. So we can go through that as well. No quotes on the team just yet. We'll have a little look, see if any quotes come through, but there is nothing just yet. Let me see if there's anything live, matchday live. Nothing yet. As soon as it comes on, I'll stick on my headphones and I'll let you know if there's any comments on the team. I mean, it is obviously going to play it all down, but I think that what's really cool and what I love, as I said, about this community, is that we were discussing strikers and we were saying if Højlund does go or is going to go, will he play today? Will he start today? Will he be on the bench? If Højlund doesn't come on in the second half for any length of time, then I think we've got our answer. And who's going to play in that role, and what are we going to see? So this is what we're seeing as well. And I asked to see an Amorim system and what Amorim was going to do, and who are we going to play up front. You know, are we going to change things over? And lo and behold, Mbeumo starts up front. So I have to credit the chat as well, because we've spoken about this, and a lot of you have said about Mbeumo being up front. We can see that because of his goals and assists. And here we are with Mbeumo up front. Cunha, Ahmad, he's definitely going to play Fernandes in that number 10 role, mainly for me as left wing back, because he's definitely not a left back. That left wing back with Luke Shaw as left-sided centre back. I'm not liking Luke Shaw being in this team. I'm still not convinced by Luke Shaw, but obviously the coach is. So Binder in goal. Ahmad is obviously Ahmad. Onana is still not fit. So there we are. So if you have just joined, the team is on the screen. Binder, Delo is right wing back, Mainu left wing back, Yoro right centre back, Delict centre back, and Luke Shaw left-sided centre back. In the middle, Ugarte as defensive midfielder, Fernandes in that number 8 role, Ahmad as number 10, and Cunha as the other 10, and Mbeumo up front. Mbeumo is playing up front, and Højlund is put to the bench and not playing. Now you can read it into that as much as you like. I choose to read into that, and I choose to read into that's maybe an indication of what is going to happen with Højlund. So I am just checking as we speaking if any developments on anything as we stand. Palhinha's gone to Spurs. I think that's a good signing for them. And we can talk about so look what's how okay. So updates 38 minutes ago from Ross Harwood. Now Ross Harwood is an independent, and I went with him. I've always thought he was right based on my own opinion, based on what I thought was logically correct. So in the last 38 minutes, official bid is being prepared for Benjamin Sesko. Anthony, the start of the match is 10 o'clock British summer time, so about 42 minutes from now, my friend. An official bid is being prepared for Benjamin Sesko. The deal will now advance. He has said yes to Man United only. So breaking, and I'm going to put this into the chat. Breaking news. I'm gonna have to type it, aren't I? Oh, I'm gonna have to try and get on X. No, I'm gonna type it. Breaking news. Official bid. So if you have just joined, 2 bits of interesting information, 2 bits of things that are coming out. Mbeumo is starting up front, Højlund's into the bench, and Ross Harwood, who I support on this one, and I've always thought he was right. 38 minutes ago, official bid is being prepared for Benjamin Sesko. The deal will now advance. He has said yes only to United. Hey, Jared Branthwaite. Tulip plays. You always make me laugh at those. I hope you don't run out of names, because that's too funny. So, official bid according to James Ross Harwood. Official bid being prepped for Sesko. Has said yes to United only. And it would help if I can spell, wouldn't it? Getting too excited. He said yes to United only. Breaking news, Ross Harwood. Now I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't back him, Ross Harwood. So Match day in Mbeumo up front. We're going to see him play for the first time. I think that's fantastic. Interested to see. Let's go. Let's Shesko. How do you be? That sounds promising, mate. Yes, Rob. I think it does, mate. The only thing I am going to say on it is that a bit disappointed if Rasmus does end up going. Now I do understand. I do understand why that would be. Now I can't be a hypocrite on it. And I know many of you want to keep him. I would right now prefer to keep him. Is this live yet? Is this thing live yet? 38 minutes ago and it's still not live. Yeah, so I'd be disappointed. I think it would be a missed opportunity if Højlund goes. The fact he's not in the team today, I think, tells you everything that you need to know, really. So let's see, shall we? So some quotes. I think we can maybe start going through some of the quotes from the Amorim interview today. Now, he said a bunch of stuff. There's loads of different words out there. And we can kind of start going through some of that. So I think one of the first things is that Amorim's basically said that he's sort of happy with this squad. Now, I am going to say this is a red flag already for me on the basis that he's saying that everybody gets a fresh start and there's a culture change within the club. How many times have we heard this before? So I'm not, it's almost like it's the same thing, isn't it, that you hear over and over again. So, it's a new start. People like Luke Shaw are getting yet another chance. Luke Shaw for me is that prime example. He doesn't deserve another chance, but he's going to get another chance. Fernandes, you could possibly argue that with him, but again, he's going to be here for at least another year. Anana's going to get another chance. Binder in goal. I mean, so it's a fresh start. Now, he was saying that there's a culture change and everything's changed from the nutrition is better, the training is more organised. Now, that gives you an indication of how terrible it was last season. If he's talking about food and everything that's changed in regards to that, and then and then he goes on to say that players need to give 100%, and I'm like, so they weren't giving 100%. So the Rashfords, he wasn't here last season, but these players weren't giving 100%. So that tells you everything, So the question is, can Shaw and Mount stay fit? That is the question, my friend. My answer to it is I don't care, and that's not aimed at you. That's not being blunt, but Luke Shaw, for me, I want him gone. The only positive, for me, is if Luke Shaw and Mason Mount can stay fit, I would sell them in the next window or probably sell them next year. That is the only bonus for me for those two being fit. Luke Shaw, for me, okay, he may have another good season, but is it any coincidence that it's World Cup year? So if they stay fit and they're in the squad and they do well, of course, I will give them praise. But right now it's a case of, yet again, they've had another chance. Mason Mount is a squad player, but I think Luke Shaw's going to be a starter. What a turnaround for Luke Shaw this would be if he starts playing. And I wonder how exactly. So who is playing left wing back? I think it's Mainu. I really think it's Mainu. Unless it's, and I've got my formation here. I reckon. I'm gonna change it over. No, but Mainu's in the squad. I think, okay, I'm gonna do something different as well. So I think that Ugarte and Mainu down the middle, Ahmad left, and Delo on the right. I'm going to change that over because I think that's right. So let me make some changes to this squad. I think that makes more sense to me. So if you look at that team, it's the Cunha thing that's chucking me off. So let me change that over. I can always change it back then. change that over. Okay. This made a little change here because I think possibly this could be the team. So let's change that over. So if you have just joined and you are interested, Bruno R10, main UCM, yeah. Delo left wing back, yeah. Maybe that's it then. Let me change them over. I think you're right. It's COVID brain, it is. That's what I'm going to put it down to. Okay, do that. Do that. Do that. Change it over. Give it a go. Here we go. Right. Okay. Here you go. I think Chile. I think you're absolutely spot on there. So, hey, weak foot. I'm liking that name. That's very, very cool. So, if you have just joined, lineup: Delo left wing back, Ahmed right wing back, Shaw, Delict, Euro, Ugarte, Mainu in the middle, Fernandes is 10, Cunha. Fernandes in the 10, Cunha in the other 10, and Mbeumo up front. Yeah. Yeah. And there. There you go. Here we go. So, I think I've got it right now. I think this has now been changed over. So, I think we are right. So, Højlund not being in the squad, I think is a big one. I do. Sorry, he is in the squad, but he's on the bench. So, I think it's a significant change in the squad. To go back to it, Ross Harwood as well has come out in the last 48 minutes and said that official bid is being prepared for Benjamin Sesko. The deal will now advance. He has said yes to Man United only. So that is an update from Ross Harwood. Ross Harwood is an independent that I've backed. I've backed him, and he's kind of gone with what I thought. Obviously, Fabrizio's not come out and said anything just yet. David Ornstein has not come out just yet and said anything either, and neither has Ben Jacobs. He's not said anything just yet, I don't think either. No. So just old Ross Howard, and I do hope that he's right. Jesus. All right. Jeez Louise. Okay, do that. Oh, right. Here we go. So I think we're all good. So, what are we thinking about the lineup? Do you think the back three will be starting against Arsenal? Interested in Maguire on the bench? Maybe backup striker. I do. I think he likes Luke Shaw. I think that Luke Shaw has wormed his way into this team. Bigfoot, I am a graphics designer. I make football related professional thumbnails and posters for almost 5 years. I was wondering if you were interested. I might be. I feel free to DM me, my friend. I've put my X and Outlook in the chat, so feel free. Let me message you. Can I message you? Yeah, DM me. DM me, Rickfoot. Yeah, as the channel expands and gets better, then obviously I will make sure that it's all improves. But obviously that's only down to you lot. That's only down to you guys. And if we keep on getting bigger and bigger, we're pushing now for 6,000. So let's see how far we can go. I wonder what we're at the moment. I think we are. What are we at the minute? We are 5,850. I'd love to get 6,000 on this stream, but I'm not on Instagram I am on Instagram, but under a different YouTube account. But I'll send me a DM on Outlook, and I need to sort all that out. So yeah, and you can I love your vibe already. Cheers, buddy. Appreciate that, my friend. That's what we try to do here. One of the things that I will say about this community is that it's fantastic. I'm not a dictator on here as well. You know, we do get infiltrated from time to time by other people. But again, you know, we do have some other fans in here from Newcastle yesterday, Liverpool, you know, and they're all welcome here. You know, fantastic. You know, chat in here. You know, I'll always say the only thing I do ask is that we be respectful of each other's opinions in the chat. I don't mind the banter as long as it's good-hearted. You know, we have our own United fans in here who banter me as well, who banter each other, and it's all part of it. And I do love different opinions. Thanks, Bobby. Nearly 6,000, which is freaking amazing. So I appreciate that so much. And yeah, you know, we're just all we are on here is people that love football, love this club. We do sometimes go off on a tangent. SummerSlam Part 2 tonight. So, you know, we can go off on that. And I am of an age whereby I've seen many things and experienced many things. So, you know, I can pretty much chat rubbish about a lot of different things. So, you're welcome here. So, Amarin as well to go on saying that, you know, there's a culture change, all that sort of stuff about a culture change. Obviously needs to give 100%. I think that's all pretty standard. And he's now got a leadership group. So I think that's a significant one, that Amarin has created a leadership group. Now, who is in that leadership group? So we have Bruno, Maguire, Delo, Majraoui, Heaton. Have I missed someone out? Maybe I have. I can't think now. So he definitely has that. He now has that group of players whereby they're now tasked to deal with all the small problems within the squad, and him and all those guys being his eyes and his. And so Martinez is the other one as well. I always forget Martinez. Yeah. Now the only other concerning thing, and this really made me laugh. I thought this was fantastic. Just really made me laugh. So basically, Amarin said he gets on well with Sir Jim. Or says, I like that we keep it sensible, PC, keeping it just exactly. It's all about, you know, you guys are mods in there. So Bobby's, you know, it's all about that. JB, what do you think about Newcastle and the bid for Šeško, or is it all a load of rubbish? I think they have bid, and I think they're going to go hard. I think we've always said this, is that they're going to go hard. But an update, and I think this is a significant one. You know, I know people have an Ornstein, Bomber, and Romano, and when they do get stuff, it tends to be true. Now, I'm going to go with Ross Harwood, who come out. I did say this at the start of the stream, and I do agree with Ross Harwood. I've always agreed with him on this one. He says, and I quote, official bid is being prepared for Benjamin Šeško. The deal will now advance. He said yes to Man United only. And that's where I think we are. I've been calm about this. I think some of us have been calm. We need a striker. And also, as well, Højlund not starting the game, I think is significant. I really do. And Mbeumo up front, I think it gives you an indication of what Amarin's going to do. On here, the really interesting thing is of what we've spoken about strikers over the last few weeks. I'm looking forward. One of the things I'm looking forward to is not putting Šeško on the thumbnail. That's I just cannot wait. But this gives you an indication of what Amorim's about as well. No, I can't be a hypocrite. I demanded that we do something different. I demand you do something different, and we're going to see what he's going to do with the striker. So I think this gives you an indication of what he's doing with those number 10. So you quite clearly know is if Šeško comes in, or when Šeško comes in, if he gets injured, Mbeumo's clearly going to be the understudy there as well with OB, and then Bruno can then fit into that number 10 role, and then Mainoo I think will come into that. So it does go to show that we do need another centre midfielder. If Ugarte gets injured, Ugarte is clearly a starter. Mainoo is clearly going to be the understudy for that number 8 role, possibly number 6 if we need him in there as well. So we are a couple of players light. We are centre midfield light. We know that we're a goalkeeper light. I don't want to get rid of Højlund. I'd rather give him till Christmas, but I don't think this can be ignored. The fact that Ross Harwood is coming out now saying that a bid is pretty much there or thereabouts. He's chosen us. Højlund's not in the squad. You put 2 and 2 together, and I'm making 4. So, yeah, I think that's where we are. So to go back to what I saw that I thought was hilarious was Amorim talking about Sir Jim. So what he was saying on this is that Sir Jim sends him gifts, right? Sends him a message, sends him text. And what Amorim is saying as well is that he's straight talking to Sir Jim, because Sir Jim doesn't like people who waffle. He likes people to give him straight facts. So he doesn't like says the king, or he is Sir Jim is the he is the king of waffle, particularly when it comes to football. And I tell you what is bugging me, the fact that this is not live yet. It's bugging me. So he likes Sir Jim Ratcliffe. I mean, obviously, he's working with the boss, so he can't really say too much about that. Oh, the stream is live for me now as well. So yeah, so he likes Sir Jim, and Sir Jim, just to give you an insight on it, sends Amorim gifts. I mean, I've got no words. I've got no words for that either. On Garnacho, Amorim basically says that he's sort of, I think he's eased back on his stance a bit, not because he doesn't like the play, but I guess he's trying to move on. He basically said on Amorim that he's a talented boy, but sometimes it does not work out, and they want different basically things. So it is quite clear that he's not going to get back into the squad. He is going to go, but Amorim he's basically just clearing house, I think, and I think it's the right thing to do. So Garnacho, as we know, he's been a little mercenary and waiting for the Chelsea deal at the end of the window, because he's hoping that he can go on a cheap deal. That's where we are, really. So Amorim is coming out. He's coming out basically saying how this team's changed. He's trying to make that culture together. Players are eating together. Players, all that fluff stuff. But again, we if we play well again today, which I'm looking for, I'm looking again now. Mbeumo's up front. I'm looking now to see how we're going to play those front three with Fernandes, Cunha, and Mbeumo. See how they work together. So we're going to see Amorim again. Is he going to advance this team again? I want to see some tactics. I want to see another good start. I almost want to see. Week 30, it seems that are leaning towards Furman. Your thoughts on that? Furman's isn't not going to happen, mate. I just don't think he. Fabrizio has come out on this and said there are no concrete talks. There's no talks really had on this just yet. So I don't think that. Sadly, I think it would be great, but right now I'm not hearing anything. Fabrizio is coming out and said it already, so we're not. I don't think that's an option right now. I mean, that may change, but I don't think that is an option. I've seen it in my Outlook, my friend. So I will check that out. I appreciate you sending me that, my friend. Let's have a little look as we're chatting already. I appreciate you sending me that, my friend. Amazing. Yeah, I confirm I've got that. Perfect. Cool. Thanks, mate. Thank you very, very much. So I'm going to try not to cough all over this stream and bring my COVID germs through the internet. So that's where we are. So I want to know what you think about the lineup in the chat. Do you think Højlund, do you think that's a significant move that Mbeumo's playing up front? Do you think he was always going to do that? Do you think Højlund's going to be given a rest? What do you think is going to happen? I am in the camp that Šeško is now going to be. He's going to announce very, very soon that he's going to want to come to us, and yeah, I think that's where I am on that. So, if you just joined, I'll give you a quick update on everything that was talked about. Rob first. I'm still not convinced playing 3 at the back, but I hope I'm proven wrong. Really want the system to work. In the past, back 3-5 never worked for us. Yeah, so Amarin, again, one of his quotes that he's come out and said that. He said that he's not scared, and he has in the past taken other people's training regimes and used them for himself, but he's also basically come out and said that, you know, whatever he's doing, he's going to use his own tactics and his own system, and he's not going to deviate away from that. So I almost think, if you think about it, same here, Rob. Yeah, Bobby, I almost think, I think he will change it, but I think with these players, until he can get more of his own players, I think it's literally going to be as simple as this. When we play bigger teams, he's going to revert to a back 5. So those wing backs are going to revert to a left and right back, and we'll play on the counter attack. That's what I genuinely believe that we'll do against bigger teams. That will go to a defensive back 5, and we'll try and hit them on the counter. And then when we play smaller teams, he'll be as basic as then those will go into left and right wing backs, and then we'll go forward. Danny B, big up JB. You're right, buddy. Legend of the chat as well. One of our mods, absolute legend. Along with Bobby, along with Rob now as well. Tulip plays as well is legends. In fact, you all are legends who come in here and give me your time. So good evening, sir. I hope, Danny B, you are doing really well this evening. So if you've just joined, a couple of updates for you if you don't know the team. Beyinders in goal. Delo on the left. Ahmad on the right. Wing backs. Shaw left centre back, Yoro right centre back, Delit down the middle, Ugarte and Mainu, Cunha, Fernandes, and Mbeumo up front. Højlund is not starting this game, so I think that's a significant change. Additionally, Ross Harwood, who, when he's proved right, I'll give him a massive thumbs up. I'm more than happily. I'd love to get him on the channel. According to Ross Howard, just over an hour ago, is the official bid is being prepared for Benjamin Šeško. This deal would now advance. He has said yes to Man United only, and I think that's where it is. I think that Danny B just got in the door with was out with the missus. Nice one. My missus is indoors with the kids. So different front three. Danny B, yes. Mbeumo up front, Højlund on the bench, Cunha and Fernandes. I think that's a very, very interesting. I am trying to find a new word for interesting. That's all I seem to say. So another word for interesting. Another word for interesting. I think I need a thesaurus. Another word for interesting. Arousing? No, that's probably not quite right, is it? Synonym for interesting: attractive, compelling, curious, fascinating, impressive. That's an that's an impressive. That's an impressive front three. I think that is an impressive front three, but I am also. And it's a thought-provoking front three as well, but it does give a lot of food for thought. The fact that Højlund is not playing and he's put Mbeumo up front. Now we have talked about this enthusiastic lineup. Exactly, I am loving that. Maybe a loan might be on the cards for Rasmus, but I hope he stays as backup. I agree with you, Rob. I agree with you, my friend. Bobby is right. Everyone who is watching this, if you could just give us a little like, thumbs up, get into the chat. Let us know what you think about this lineup. Do you think it means curtains for Højlund? Do you think that doesn't really mean anything? What do you think? Don't even know what that means. What do we think? Do we think it means anything at all? Do you just think it's Mbeumo? That was a plan the whole long, was to have him as a maybe a second striker. I think this is fascinating to say the least, and I'm enthralled to find out what happens. I am excited by this game. So what I hope doesn't happen is that I was a bit underwhelmed by the previous lineup in the last game, but they played fantastically well. Now I am enthralled and enthusiastic about this lineup, and I wonder how they're going to play. Now, additionally, what I almost want to see is I want to see us go behind in this game, and I want to see how we come back from that. So the pressure's off, but I want to see how we respond to going behind. Obviously, I don't want to lose, of course I don't, but I would like to see us maybe go behind or then equalise and then see how we react to that. So we are roughly about 13 minutes from kickoff, and the lineup are Delo left back, left wing back, Ahmad right wing back, Luke Shaw, De Ligt and Yoro as centre backs, Binder in goal, Ugarte and Mainu as the two midfielders, Cunha, Fernandes in the number 10s, and Mbeumo up front with Højlund sat on the bench. I am looking forward to this one. Really am looking forward. I don't know how you guys feel about this one. There's also been an update from Ross Harwood. I mentioned him on here because I think he's right, that we are preparing a bid as we speak for Šeško, and Šeško has said yes, only yes, to Man United, and I am keep looking at X to see what's going on, see if Fabricio. Now, wouldn't it be really cool if, as we end the game tonight or during the game tonight, this happens and it comes true? So I think Šeško's nearly done. I've thought Šeško's been done for over a week now. Cunha had the most equalising goals last season in the Prem, so exactly. I like this signing. I think we've done well to sign this player. I don't like how we signed him. As we've always said on here, Sir Jim has always said that he doesn't want to walk. He wants to walk to the right deal and not run to a bad deal. I like the player. I think he was was he a tad expensive? I don't know. You could argue if Alanga's 55, Mbeumo's 65, 67. Maybe it was a touch over, but we did get a structured deal. But I like the player. I like the ambition to get the player, but the deal itself for me was just typical Glazer deal. But let's put that to the side. For tonight, I'll put that to the side. For tonight, I'm going to enjoy the player. And maybe 70 million will just seem like a bargain. It will seem like an absolute bargain. So Mbeumo starts up front. Højlund is on the bench. I don't know the full team. Let's have a little look. So Maguire now is just having a little chat. So you know what? Harry's got a cracking head of hair. I wish I had his hair. He's got some really nice, thick, luscious locks. So he's doing his his leadership role. So if you don't know, Amorim now has a leadership team of Bruno Fernandes, Maguire, Martinez, Dalot, Mazraoui and Heaton. So those are his leaders on the pitch, leaders within the team, and Maguire is part of that. So you probably are going to see a lot more from these guys in terms of talking. You know, I think that's probably right to have those senior players. But it's really interesting that De Ligt is not part of that, considering he was a captain when he was 19. Luke Shaw's not part of that either. So Danny B, Shesko, Lemens, Hackney would be a solid ending to the window. Probably 7.5 out of 10. 8 out of 10, including the outgoings. Ooh. What do I think of the window? So, if we got a new goalkeeper in, if we got rid of Garnacho, I think he will. If we either got rid of Garnacho or let him rot, I'd be equally as happy with that. If we get rid of these players, we get Shesko, we get another midfielder, we get a goalkeeper, I would give it a 6, and I'll tell you for why I give it a 6. You might think I'm being a bit of a miserable git, but I tell you for why I think it's a 6 is because ultimately Rashford is on loan. He's going to come back. Anthony is still here right now, but if Garnacho goes permanently, if Anthony goes permanently, Malacia goes permanently, Rashford. If Rashford has a blinding season, then maybe again, maybe I'd put this window up, but you're never going to know until next season. But if they get rid of Garnacho for a good price, Anthony completely sold for a good price, Malacia, then I would, and we get another goalkeeper, a centre midfielder, two number 10s, Shesko, then yeah, I maybe I'd give it. Maybe I'd give it a generous push, maybe a 7. But that's a push. I think we should have done more. You know, obviously we can't. But there are reports. So Amorim come out and basically said about money as well today, saying that money's not a problem. We've got money to do deals. We don't need to be too concerned about money. Where's all that come from then? Outgoing situation is a 4 so far. I agree with you, Danny. I agree with you. I do. I think it is roughly a 4 so far. But if you get a keeper in, another centre midfielder, in conjunction with how we play today, the first game of the season, then I think by the sort of end of the window, even the most staunch Ineos outer Glazer disliker like myself will have to give it, at least a 6.5 to 7, because ultimately credit where credit is due, just in terms of the players. Cunha and Mbeumo, 2 of the best players in the league. To get those, I think those are some good signings. I don't like how we got Mbeumo and how we got him in the way that we managed to get him. But we've got him, and the Shesko deal for me will hinge. If we keep Højlund as well, if we keep Højlund and Shesko, then I think I would bump that up to a 7.5. So it really just depends. We've got a couple of weeks left on the window, so let's see what happens. It's starting to feel a little bit exciting again. I'm excited to be on here with you guys. This makes this amazing. This is the 4th watch along now I think I've done. Amazing. So yeah, give us a like, favourite, and subscribe. Get in, help us get the likes on the go. Even if you like the chat, even if you don't like me, that's fine. But get into this chat. This chat, I'm telling you, is the best. We have some amazing chats, respectful to each other. We may not all agree on the same thing, but we have our chats. I am not a dictator, unlike other people on other platforms. The only thing I do ask is that we be respectful. He'll bring back the glory days again. We'll bring him from the Stratford end. He'll turn the Reds around. Ruben Amarin, get well soon, JB. Cheers, Chief Herb. The coughing and the sneezing has stopped. But I am going to get. I do have this amazing poster floating around somewhere still, and I'm going to get it blown up. And there's a story behind this, by the way, as well. Is that when I was about 6 or 7, and this is the exact poster. So I'll show you it. This is the exact poster that I had up on my wall. So I put it up just after the 91-92 season when we lost to Leeds, and I put this exact poster up. Well, not this exact one, but a copy of it. And then we went on to do what we did, win the league and win all sorts of stuff. All thanks, in my opinion, to this poster. So I'm going to get this blown up. I'm going to stick it on the back of the wall behind me, and I'm going to start doing some stuff on the wall behind me. So that is going to go up. I'm a City fan, Weakfoot, but I'm chilling. That's when you know the chat is exactly my friend. Chat at half time, JB. Yeah, my friend. Watch the match. Weakfoot, you're always welcome here, my friend. City fan or not, welcome here, my friend. I do like other clubs' opinion on our club. The banter's all cool as well. So you are more than welcome here, my good friend. We're about to start a season, and I still don't have our 2 priority positions signed. Tulip again there, always with the logical, intelligent chat. Ultimately, we've still got 2 players. Let's not forget this. So let's get carried away on this one for tonight. See where we are, but Tulip is 100% right, and so is Bobby. The window right now is a 4. We still need to get some positions, but let us look at this and get through this game. So let's see. So Ahmad's main, yeah. Ahmad left. Mbeumo, Fernandes. Cunha's up front. Is he? That's interesting. That could just be number 9. It might be Cunha that's up front. That's funny. It might be Cunha that's up front. Right. I might have to change his team again. It might be Cunha that's up front. The stadium looks really, really good. I do like the stadium. So if you have just joined, the camera's it's out of focus. Focus on myself. Anyway. Right. I'm waiting to see if Cunha's up front. Because I assumed that Mbeumo would be up front, but it might be Cunha. If you have just joined as well, Højlund is on the bench. And as a little bit of a Shesko update for you, Ross Harwood, he's an independent. I've gone with him. I think he's spot on, and I think he's right. Is that the official bid is being prepared for Benjamin Shesko? The deal is now advancing. Shesko has only said yes to Man United. And what a sight we've got. Mbeumo is on the pitch. Mbeumo is clapping. I am liking this already. So let's see. I wonder if Cunha's up front. Binder in goal. Oh, goodness me. Chief Herb, the last time I had COVID totally sucks. My ex broke up with me a few days before she moved out from my place because we both had it. We're quarantined. Can you imagine living a week with an ex? Chief Herb, I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. That's awful. I find it hard sometimes living with my wife. And I'm sure she'll say the same thing about me as well. I think I'm probably the worst one. But yeah, mate, that sounds awful. Yeah. I hope you've got over that and you've got somebody else now that, you know. Yeah, that is Yeah, that's not great. I am sorry to hear that. Quarantined with your ex with COVID. Does it get any worse than that? Maybe if it was an ex-wife, then maybe that would be worse. I do have an ex-wife, and I can imagine that would be absolutely horrendous. Um, yeah, so I don't feel too bad. I've had it before, and the first time I had it was before the jabs, and that was horrific, absolutely horrific. Chief I'm married, all good, bro. Good man, good man, good man, good man. Um, keep away from the COVIDs because it's awful. Right, who's up front? It's kicked off, my friends. Kicked off. So I think it is Mbeumo up front. Yeah, a good long kick to Pickford. I tell you what, this stadium looks really nice. Actually, it's really nice. Got to get this ball down. 20 seconds gone. Matters Cunha, Mbeumo's on the pitch. Binder already looks nervous. And us. So the Toffees are playing with a back four as well. The jabs were horrific. Yep. It was all awful. It was absolutely awful. I agree with you on that one. If you have just joined, obviously don't forget to give us a like, favourite us, and subscribe. You don't have to subscribe, of course you don't. It does help us out. Subscribe for this community. They are amazing community. Get involved with these legends in this chat. You're welcome if you're from other clubs. I know some other clubs don't have communities as amazing as this. I'm very, very fortunate, and if you do, love you to get involved with ours. As long as we are respectful to each other's views, then everybody is welcome here. It's a good ball forward. It's gone straight out on our left, on Everton's right hand side. So it looks like again what we are doing is we're keeping that high press. Ugarte and Mainu again. It's that high press again. Pressing high. Beto's on the ball. Again, we're going to look to recycle this ball. Pressure. Cunha. Again, pressure. It's that pressure. Again, we've started off with that pressure that we saw against the Bournemouth game. It's that pressure to recycle that ball, get it back quickly, force them into making a mistake, and then build again on that play. So again, consistency is fantastic. If you just joined, Højlund is not playing. He's on the bench. We've got Delo on the left, Ahmad on the right, Luke Shaw, De Ligt, Yoro, Beyinders in goal, Ugarte, Mainu, Cunha, Fernandes, and Mbeumo. Mbeumo, I think, is playing up front, but I don't know if him and Cunha are swapping over. So Everton, we are trying to get the ball back. We're pressurising these players. We're backing off slightly. Where it's not as frenetic start as it was against Bournemouth. We are getting ourselves into position. Pickford with a long kick. Good header there by Delo. Delo wins the ball back. We get this ball down. It's gone out. So what it looks like, Pickford is going to kick long, and of course I forget it's old Moisey. I don't know where you all were and how old you all were when Fergie left and we got in Moisey. What a disaster that was. David Moyes was. I often think that Ferguson picked him on purpose to protect his legacy. As a nice little. That's a great ball. Michael Keane has got that's a foul on Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw there again. Early doors, but he does look a bit off the pace. Yeah, to be fair, he did have his arm around his face, so that's fair enough for Luke Shaw. Everton are pressing as well. Euro now. Good ball to Mbeumo. Nice pass. Great pass. On the right. Oh, that's a fantastic ball. Go on, United. Oh, that's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. That should have been a goal. That should have been 1-0. Absolutely fantastic. Started off by Mbeumo. No, that to Fernandes. Fernandes, a silky ball through to Ahmad. Little ball through to Cunha. A little stab, and that was so unlucky. Nice little move there. Really Fernandes, fantastic ball through there. So unlucky. That could have been, should have been the first goal. Unlucky. Very good football there. Pickford again kicking long. Delo back to Bienda. Oh, Bienda, he can't kick. He cannot kick to save his life. Put the ball back into danger. Really nice. Ugarte's come in there. He's been penalised for a good foul. Everton have come here to play. Everton definitely look better than West Ham, and they should do, because now they've had as many preseason games as us as well. So they are looking a lot sharper than Bournemouth were. James Garner. Bienda doesn't strike me with confidence whatsoever. Poor kick out. Poor kick out from the back. James Garner, about 30 yards from goal. Let's see what he can do. Bienda, he's very central. Let's see what Garner's going to do from here. Oh, Bienda. Oh, Bienda. Honestly, how Everton haven't scored that. So, an innocuous free kick. Bienda palms it like Onana back into danger, and Everton hit the post with the follow-up. That should have been 1-0. Should have been 1-0 to them. Bienda, that's the third thing he's done. He kicks the ball out to Everton from the pass back. Poor save from the free kick. Palms it into danger. Absolute dreadful. Bienda is at it again, and we need a goalkeeper. We absolutely need a goalkeeper. Ridiculous. That wasn't a particularly great free kick either. Palms it straight back into danger. Everton have definitely come here to play, so we need to get this ball down. Let's get this ball down. Come on, Mainu. No, let's get this ball down. Everton are on the ascendancy here. Nice ball back in the box. Bienda's caught the ball and out of danger. Everton have come here to play. Everton are not messing around. This is clearly a good test. Good test. If you have just joined, Mbeumo starts. He's up front. Højlund on the bench. A little Shesko update for you as well is that according to Ross Harwood, independent guy, and I backed him along the whole way. And an official bid's been prepared for Shesko. The deal will now advance. He said yes to Man United only. I also think we need a centre midfielder as well. So we've given the ball away again. We just need to get this ball down. We need to get this ball back, and we need to get this ball back. Free kick to. So we can't seem to get this ball down. We're pressing reasonably well, but Everton have come here to play. So we've had a chance through Cunha. Fernandes put a fantastic ball through to Ahmad. Ahmed slips it in to Cunha, and that should have been 1-0. Everton have had one off the post, and that was a terrible header there by Yoro. Awful. We're a little bit disjointed at the moment. Moisey's screaming down a pitch. Amarin is pointing as well. He looks quite calm. He still looks quite calm. No, Cunha's good. Just get your foot on the ball. All right. Binder, please get this ball out. Ball over the top. Nice by Bruno. Ahmad to Cunha. Terrible ball by Ahmad there. He just needs to take his time. Everton have the ball back. So I think Everton at the moment would probably have more possession stats. I think it's quite equal at the moment. Euro on the ball. Mainu needs to get this ball down. Euro wins the ball back. Again, nice pressing. Good pressing. Mikalenko is going to pass the ball back. 0-0. These first 10 minutes are interesting. Probing away. Both teams have had their chances. And stalemate. United haven't come out the traps like they did against Bournemouth. This feels like more of a proper Premier League game. Everton keeping the ball really well. I think they've kept the ball better than us so far. I'd love to know what you think in the chat. Please don't forget to give us a like, favourite and subscribe. Get in the chat. This community is absolutely amazing. So far, so good. Binder, if we are looking for a reason why we need a new keeper, Binder is definitely that reason. I would have felt a lot more safe with Heaton in goal. We just can't seem to get this ball down on the floor and kind of start playing this stuff. It almost looks like we're playing a counter attack. The ball with Euro. Back to Euro from De Ligt. Ahmad. Ahmad's terrible ball. Everton's got the... Oh, well done. Ahmad, really heavy touch. Really heavy touch there. I don't like him. I don't like him there. Won that ball back well there. Well done, Ahmad. Well done. Mbeumo helping him back there as well. So Ahmad's won that ball back. It was a really heavy touch. He's done that a couple of times now. Really heavy touch. I'm not Ahmad's biggest fan on that right wing back position. I think he's much better in the 10. Binder's going to kick this ball long again. L4 Scousers, come on you Blues. Welcome in the chat, my friend. The Blues are doing really well so far. Unlucky not to score. Really unlucky not to score. Everton are looking quite good. That's a lovely ball through. De Ligt. Everton are straight on these balls, Garner. Straight on these balls again. That is unlucky. Euro comes out of the ball. It's a good ball. Great ball. Great ball to Fernandes. It's a shame that it's Fernandes up front. Nice. Ugarte. Well done, Ugarte. The Blues need a win. It's been a slow start. Yeah, they look like they've come to play. It looks more like a Premier League game. They have... I think they've played really well so far. It's kind of an equal game. That's a terrible ball. Awful ball. Terrible ball. Much better. Get this ball down. That's a good ball. Fernandes. Oh. Everton are almost doing to us what we did to Bournemouth. They're really pressing hard. Let's see how long they can do it. So Cunha. Oh, really good tackle again there by Everton. Reading that really well. And not done anything so far. Quite an equal game. Everton looking comfortable. Great ball over the top. Clean through. 1-0. Offside. Unlucky. Offside. Decore, was it? Is it Decore? No, sorry. It's Beto. It's Beto. Oof. Just offside. Very, very, very good run by Beto there. Absolutely did our back three. So for those of you who don't like that back three, that's a warning sign. That is a warning sign. Disallowed goal. Unlucky, my friend. Unlucky. Being very, very careless. We're being very, very careless. But this is the game that I want to see. And like I said before the start of the game, is that a team that excites me, but a performance I want to see that as well. That's a good ball by Cunha. Ahmad now has the ball. Go on, Ahmad. Go on, Ahmad. Go on, Ahmad. Go on, Ahmad. Cunha. Oh. And Everton breakaway. Much better, but Everton breakaway. Yoro with the ball. With Beto, he's done really well. That Beto's massive. Huge. Ahmad's got the ball to Fernandes. That's right. Keeping the ball. Keeping the ball. Mainu on the ball. Nice pass. Cunha. Mainu. Ahmad. Go on, Ahmad. Fernandes. Back to Ahmad. To Mainu. Much better. Much better. Fernandes. It's gone back to Delict. That's right. Keep this ball on the floor. So Shaw brings it forward. Luke Shaw. Mbeumo. Back to Luke Shaw. Back to Ugarte. This is the best spell that we've had with the ball. Let's see what we can do with it. Yoro. So we need a midfielder. Good ball to Fernandes. A little bit hard there. Back with Ahmad. Back with Mainu. Fernandes, Mainu. Mbeumo. Yeah. Terrible pass. There was nobody there for the run. So Everton again worked it well. Well done. Beto has come on leaps and bounds under Moyes. Yeah, he's massive. He looks bloody huge. I think he'll do well this season. Nice by Luke Shaw. That's it. We need to settle down. We need to get into this game. Good ball by Cunha. Excellent. Go on, Mbeumo. It's a fantastic ball. Go on, Ahmad. Go on, Ahmad. Go on, Ahmad. Ahmad. Penalty. Has to be penalty. Has to be a penalty. Penalty to United. I think Tarkowski's a little bit unfortunate there. A little bit unlucky. Unlucky. Yeah. The problem is Tarkowski's so big and Ahmad is so small. I mean, you get them given and you get them don't. I mean, I do think Tarkowski's unlucky there because he's so big and Ahmad is so small. So let's see what Fernandes can do again with yet another potential goal. I think that's slightly harsh, but when you're going to put your hands on people in the box, I guess what is it that you expect? I do think that was a little harsh on him because Ahmad is so. Come on, Fernandes, settle down. You need to get these goals. Come on, get it in. Great penalty, no doubt. 1-0. I think it's a little harsh on. I think Everton have played their part in this. I think that's a little harsh, to be honest. But Everton should have scored a 1-0. Bruno Fernandes penalty. (1-0) to United. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes gets his goal. Of course he does. Transition that over. 1-0. 1-0. Bruno will take it. I'd rather get a lucky penalty. Exactly. Safe for the season. Bruno. Bruno. Go on, Bruno. Ahmad's... I don't like Ahmad as a wing back. He's so dangerous up there. He's so dangerous. He gets that ball and he terrifies defenders. That's a great ball by Ghana. Great ball. Offside slightly. That was a good ball there. Game's been pretty equal. I think Everton should have probably put the ball in the back of the net already. If you put your hands on somebody in the box, particularly if you're like twice their size, then it's almost what you expect. So I do feel sorry for him slightly, but unfortunate for Tarkovsky. Don't forget, of course, to give us a like, favourite and subscribe. You know, it doesn't cost you a thing, even if you don't like me. Get into the chat. This chat is fantastic. We have loads of different nationalities in here. We have so many amazing people in here. Get involved with them. It's a fantastic community. Absolute brilliant. Gillett, Bruno taking pens alone means Mbeumo, Cunha and the new strikers go tally will be down a little, and that's fine as long as he makes them in, which he does. Exactly that. Fernandes, we believe in the penalties. Exactly that. So that's why we keep him, right? We need to... Fernandes is all over the shop again. I hope he's disciplined. We are trying to make... We're doing our pressing again. We'll be closing them down. That's really nice play there by Beto. Nice play by Manu. Getting in a little foot. Everton come forward again. We're a little bit light on this. He's got some space. United need to defend... Ahmad had a little slip there. It's a corner. Corner to... Yeah, we almost got caught out there. Ahmad, a little slip there. But I do like the fact that Yoro's in there on a 2v1. I'd absolutely back him to get back. So Beto is looking very dangerous. Ghana takes the corner. Get this out. Good corner to the back post. Binder with the big hand. Mbeumo. Go on, Mbeumo. Go on, Mbeumo. Back to Pickford. All the way back to Pickford. He's done well with that, to be fair to Pickford. Where is he? Gets ball down. Everton are having a lot of this ball. Good. Never going in from there. So we need to keep this ball down. I'm liking Everton are having... I've come here to play. They're a lot fitter than West Ham and Bournemouth. They've been unlucky, I think, slightly not to have scored that goal. It hit the post. All thanks to a Binder mistake. Terrible by Binder. I'm not sure who stood out so far. I'm liking Ahmad. I don't like Ahmad going backwards. I like him going forwards. Cunha's looking good as well. Fernandes, I think he's doing his part as he always does. They've got the ball down the left by the low. Luke Shaw, nice ball to Fernandes. The ball seems to stick to Fernandes. I think he's played quite well. Involved in absolutely everything in that number 10 role. I don't know again if he's doing too much, but let's see how we do. And Mbeumo's on the free kick. And Mbeumo's lifted up his shirt there. He's not looking in the finest of shapes. What have we bought? I'm kidding, of course. Let's get in there. We're done, guys. It's going to come back to Ahmad. Go on, Ahmad. Go on, Ahmad. Ahmad, go on, Ahmad. Go on, Ahmad. Ahmad, absolute fantastic from Ahmad and Cunha, not giving that ball up for anybody's business. Absolutely fantastic. Well done to Ahmad there. If you have just joined, of course, then Mbeumo is up front. I think it's almost that Mbeumo, Cunha, Fernandes sort of splitting it out up front. Everton are playing their part in this. They're looking strong. They've missed an opportunity to score. We've got a penalty. Everything seems to be coming down that Ahmad side. Ahmad is playing really well. Cunha's doing his part as well. Fernandes scored the penalty. For me so far, I would say that Cunha again is looking good. His little things that he does, his flicks. Ahmad's looking very, very good. They're really wary of Ahmad. So let's see, right on the edge of the area. So let's see. I'd love Mbeumo to get a goal. Go on, Mbeumo. Go on, Mbeumo. Go on, son. Go on, son. Oh, good save. Go on, Mbeumo. Yoro's got the ball. Go on. He's got such good feet. Go on, Yoro. Well done. Everton, Ahmad's got the ball back. Everton did well there to get that out. Really nice work by Ahmad, Fernandes, Cunha, Yoro. Yoro's feet is ridiculous. Absolute ridiculous. And then he's back. Yoro is ridiculous. Absolute ridiculous. Such a great player. Bruno taking pens. Yep. Amazing. United seem to be growing into this game. And what I thought would happen is happening is that those front three, and we've spoken about this on here as well. Fernandes has the ball. Don't shoot. Mbeumo. Oh, go on, Mbeumo. Oh, Mbeumo. He's itching. Fernandes run straight for the middle. I get why he's shot. Mbeumo is on it. Straight through that middle there. Left by Ugarte. I get why he shot Mbeumo. Oh, go on, Mbeumo. It's broken for Everton. That's a great tackle. This game is now lit. The low of the ball. Cunha's got the ball back. Unlucky. This is starting to feel more like a Premier League game. United are definitely growing into this game. Mbeumo. Oh, we are. So one of the things we have spoken about on this channel is how Amarin will play and how he likes a versatile player. So, Mbeumo, Cunha, Fernandes can all interchange with those front three. And at times, he may almost not even play with a striker. Obviously, we will do. But we've also said that if, for example, Šeško gets injured or whoever we get up front is going to be injured, what's he going to do? And this is what he's shown today. So Beto's now got the ball. Well done, Yoro. Great tackle by Yoro. Well done, Yoro. Absolute. Go on, Yoro. Mbeumo lost that ball there and he's won it back. Well done. Ugarte needs to get this ball down. Much better. Much better. Delo on the left. Much better. Luke Shaw with the ball. Luke Shaw's got this ball down. Delo. Dorgu. I want to see him in this team. I really want to see him in this team. Luke Shaw, head up. There is no rushing. The game's cooking first half an hour. It is weak foot, absolutely, my friend. It is. It's getting better and better. It's getting. It feels more like a Premier League game, 100%. It absolutely feels like more of a Premier League fixture, 100%. It really does. And this is going to be a game where we are going to need, I think, to score again. But it's nice to see the Amorim tactics at play, just in terms of the front three, the interchanging, the wing backs. Ahmad is working extremely hard. I don't like him going backwards, but I don't mind him going forwards. Great ball there. Euro's feet are ridiculous. Such a good player. Such a good player. Oh, great. Fernandes. Cunha, Ugarte. Go on, Delit. Cross it. Go on. No, gone backwards. Luke Shaw. Delo. Bruno. In the box. Great ball in. Unlucky. Leicester getting balls. They are getting balls into the box. So I'd have liked to have seen him stick in an earlier cross there, but let's see what we can do. Sadly, I'm going to sleep as it's 1:30 here, my friend. Before I do, just wanted to remind you, please get back to me. Of course I will do. I really appreciate it. And you, my friend, I will get back to you after the game, possibly. But yeah, thank you for that, my friend. Have a good sleep, and please come back to the channel. You're more than welcome here. Everton have come away with the ball. That's unlucky. Just ran out by the player there. That's unlucky. Delict, Garte, Mainu. Nice by Mainu. A little bit hard on the ball there. A little bit hard pass by Mainu. Luke Shaw, Mainu. Mainu needs to be a little bit more sensible with that. Beto's got the ball there from from Delict. Nice play. Get it back in position. Beyinda. Ahmad. They're trying to get back. Mikalenko. Well done. Ugarte. Go on, Mbeumo. Mbeumo comes away with it. Fantastic. Go on, Mbeumo. Oh, Mbeumo. I love it. I love it already. Mbeumo, I love it already. I don't like that. Oh, okay. That was a poor pass, but well done. Really well done. So if you have just joined and you want to know how we're doing, we've grown into this game. The first 10 minutes, Cunha could have scored. I think Ahmad's having a great game. Yoro's gone into this game. I think he's having a good game. Fernandes is having a good game. Cunha's having a good game. He's having like a 6.5, 7 out of 10 game. He's having that. He's just a good player. Yoro's been fantastic. Ahmad's been great. Fernandes. Mbeumo's going into this game as well. He's had a chance. Great header out there. Everton have had their chance from a Ghana free kick. Beyinda palmed it back into danger and hit the post. That's gone straight into Beto. What a tackle. Delo, what an absolute tackle. What a tackle. Delo's been obviously kicked there. Wow. Beto straight into Beto's done really well there. He's done really well, and Delo as that's a great touch by Beto. Delo, brilliant. Beto, he couldn't have done anything about that. Just he was about to strike. Just a great tackle. Unlucky. So you will obviously come back. Have a great day. Chill. See you later, brother. So, this back three is fascinating how he's going to go off throughout the season. We do need to sharpen up a little bit at the back. A couple of defensive-wise, we've slipped up. Our passing's not been great. There's definitely interchanging between Cunha, Fernandes, and Mbeumo. The hunting in packs. That's another good ball down. Well done, Mainu. Well done. Hunting in packs. Go on, Ahmed. Better. Much better pressing. It's another good ball. That's the problem. The problem with the back three is you've got no width. Go on, Euro. Great ball. Better. Great Luke Shaw. Good header. Oh. Bruno's going forward. Come on, Mbeumo. Oh, there's nobody there. And that's the problem when you play with wing backs. That is the problem, is that if you're in no man's land and you don't make that run at the right time, you're going to get caught at the back. And then when you try to get forward, you're not going to have any width. So we are, for those of you who are, I think, are a little bit not sold in this back three, then you've got your point there. So that was a good example of why some of you are concerned about this back three. Samuel Otia says, huh? Do you want to give me a little bit more than that, my friend? It's been a good first half. I'm glad to see the sort of display that we're not getting it our own way. Everton I've come here for a game. And Burma, that's a good ball. Over to Luke Shaw. Very good, bringing it away. Hey JB, doing my rounds. Hey buddy, I hope you're doing extremely well, my friend. Go on, Euro. Nice. Go on, Mbeumo. Nice. Everton have taken it was a quick free kick, but Garner's got this ball. So Everton, I think, are looking to see it out this half. Maybe try and get a sucker punch, but we are looking a little bit tired. All this pressing, of course, does take its toll. Nice ball to Beto. Good tackle again, Mainu. Good ball by Fernandes. Great ball by Mbeumo. Oof. Mikalenko's done. He blocked him off, but he's that was a body check, but he wasn't going to get the ball anyway. But Mikalenko knows what he's doing there. I think he's got away with one slightly there. Nice ball there. Everton they've come here to play. Mikalenko again. United are looking at trying to get back into position. Go to him. That's a good ball in the box. Well done to Delict. Nice play there. Ugarte, very, very. That's a great ball. That's a great ball. That's a great goal. Great ball. Great goal. That has been coming. That has been coming. Endoy. That has been coming. That has been coming. That has been coming. Absolutely been coming. When you're sloppy, when you've been sloppy like that, and they've been caught out a couple of times now. Yeah, you don't need to be doing that there. Ugarte, you need to be getting that ball out, my friend. And that's a great finish. Great goal, Ndoye. Great goal. Great goal there. And here we go. It changed the reflection of the game. Everton are well worth that. Well worth that. I think that's a fair reflection. Change the scores. One apiece, 5 minutes to go. Again, undone from our own mistake there. I don't know why Autotype put Sean. I'm not going to get too excited, but I'm seeing a new, more pressure. Yeah, agree with you, mate. Agree with you. We're never going to be perfect, and this is, this is what we, fans before the match who saying that we were cooking and we're going to cook, and ultimately what brings us back down to earth is that we've only signed 2 players, and we've said this already. This is a team that finished 15th last season. And for us who are clambering and saying we need more signings, it's a perfect example as to why we do need more signings. Perfect example. So we need to caveat this with we've got 2 signings. That's it. That's a good ball. But of course, the United commentators on MUTV are putting a positive spin on it, as they should do. But that was a good goal. We've not been great. We've not been great at the back. And those of you, and you have said this about not sure about this back 5, absolutely right in this game. Oof. It's only just wild again from O'Brien. That was nearly 2-1. Nearly 2-1 there. Oof. Where was the marking? Where was the marking on that? Headed on by Mainu. Oof. All by himself, all on his own. O'Brien. That could have been 2-1. Ugarte. Ugarte. Go on, Cunha. Ahmad. Rushing the ball. Pressure again. Great cross. We're not ending this half well. We're not ending this half well. He's kept that in. Luke Shaw. Fernandes. To Ahmad. Another Hollywood ball, and again, what's really funny, and this is what I wanted to see the reaction to someone scoring or going down or equalising by a goal, and we seem to be reverting. Some of these players are reverting back to type. Why is Fernandes smacking a Hollywood cross-yard ball there? I don't know. Delict. We need to get a foot in the game. I can see another goal here. Crosses into the box. Get it out. Great. Everton are having all of the ball. All of the ball right now. It's another good ball in. Being the safe pair of hands. We need to get this ball down. And we need to see out this half. Ugarte with the ball. Fernandes. Keep this ball. Delo. Back to Luke Shaw. Delict. Euro brings his ball forward. Just need to keep hold of this ball a little bit more. Back to Ugarte. Ugate's not having a good game here. He's not having. Go on, Ugarte. 25 yards out again. We are drawing, and what are we doing? We're not putting crosses into the box, and he's shooting from 25 yards out again. I know we need to take a shot, but it's a minute or two left in this half. Everton have completely come back onto us. Go on, Cunha. Half time. So, half time, United go in half time. Bruno Fernandes penalty. Everton by Ndoye was a good cross into the box. Ugarte mistake and into the box penalty by Tarkowski. You can argue that maybe we were fortunate to get a penalty, but Everton have come back into this game. It was a kind of equal start. 20 odd minutes in, 30 minutes in, we probably had the better spell. Nothing really clear cut as such. Cunha did have a chance early doors, but since the goal went in, I personally feel like we've reverted back to how we were playing last season. Not completely, because you've got Mbeumo in there, but you've got Ugarte then taking shots from 25 yards out. Perfect opportunity to cross the ball, to get the ball into the box, and we don't do it. And we Everton pile on the pressure because they smell blood, and so not the best end. Our attack looks better, midfield and defence on the left side needs improving, and that's what happens, Jay, when you play Luke Shaw. I think for those of you who don't like this back five, I think you were shown there the problem with the back five is when you're inexperienced, is that when you play Ahmad there, who's very good at going forward. I thought he's brilliant going forward, absolutely brilliant, but then going back. And if you don't make those runs in the correct timing, you get caught in no man's land. And then so Yoro got caught out so many times. So not through his own fault, but just because there was nobody there to back him up. So those of you who don't like this back five, this is why Dorgu for me, I think needs to play. He's definitely more of a wing back rather than an Ahmad. Luke Shaw, he's been all right. I think Luke Shaw still flatters to deceive. He's done some decent stuff, but that left-hand side needs a hell of a lot more work on it. So I think going forward, we definitely look better. I still think Fernandes is everywhere. I don't like him in that number 10. I really don't. Mainu's been all right. It's not been great. Centre midfield, this is why we need a centre midfield. This is why we need a goalkeeper. I mean, we have to remember, this is the third game now. Everton are in the next 2 weeks. In the next 2 weeks, we're going to start Premier League games. The teams that we're playing are going to be ramping up their pre-season, and this has been shown. So, I think why I always prefix things with pre-season. Bruno is just Rob says we looked dangerous at times, but still improvements to be made. And this is why when I say I prefix everything with pre-season. Now, not to put not to bring it down, because we can still come out on this. Don't forget to like, favourite, and subscribe for those who are watching this right now. Is that realistically, this is the same team that finished 15th last season. Okay, Amarin is saying It's a fresh start. It's a new start. How many times have we heard this with these players? And I agree with Chief Herb on this one. Absolutely agreed. I think I said that in there as well. But it's good to see that the things that I see, that we see them together. Jay says Cunha's super quiet, sure, lazy runs and pressing. I agree with you. He is, again, but these are the players that are having the fresh starts. And these are the players who are reverting back to type, because that is what they always do. And Amarin needs to sort this out quick doors. I mean, I'm hoping that some of these players he's playing them because he knows that he knows his first team, but he's just trying to kind of fine tune that. So Delo, he's been awful. I think he's been dreadful. Luke Shaw, lazy as he always is. That left hand side is awful, absolutely awful. Dorgu is definitely missed, but he does need a rest. I agree with you on that one, Chief Urban and Jay. Ahmad is great on the attack. Yo reminds me of a young Rio. Yeah, 100%. He reminds me every time I see him. Reminds me of that. Cunha looks tired. Cunha does. He looks very, very tired. He's been great. Ahmad going forward has been great as well. Ahmad going forward has been great. He's just going back, and I think you're right. Ahmad is not a wing back. I don't like him. He's too lightweight to go back. He's definitely a forward player. Mazraoui and Dorgu over these bums, exactly. And this is why Mbeumo looks really good. This is why whenever we talk on here, and this is why we do this and we debate this, is because we know these players. We know what these players are like, and they are reverting to type. So this is why we need to keep on to this club. This is why I keep coming on here and keep saying that we finished 15th. It's pre-season, and you can already tell that these players are reverting to type. Mbeumo is looking good. Yeah, he is really looking good. I like him. He does look like he needs a pre-season though. But I think he's a big lad anyway though. Yeah, we're not looking particularly great right now. I'm going to change the scores. Have a little look. I can also see Binder living up to his predecessor, Onana. Binder for me, Onana, those pair. But what is clear, and I'm glad that we're having this sort of game. I really am glad, because it brings the fan base back down to earth a little bit. It shows us what we've been saying on here, and we've been having this conversation, that let's not get carried away. This is why we need a centre midfielder. This is why we demand a centre midfielder. This is why we demand a new goalkeeper. And all this talk of new start, this is why it frustrates me. Every single season is exactly the same. Every coach, it's a new season. But do you know what? None of us are fooled. And if Amarin cannot see this, and this is already a red flag for me, Luke Shaw should not be getting in this team. I do not understand why he's getting in this team. He is a squad player at best. He's had his time. He's been injured. He needs going. So Ahmad, and again, Chief, we've got to change that keeping coach. Who in the hell ricochets the ball back into play? Onana, Binder. You're right, mate. You're right. We need some. We need some new. We need a new goalkeeper now. In Show and Delo are not good enough. Jay, I agree with you, mate. I don't like him. And again, I'm glad that they're showing this. I'm glad the fan base can see this in full colour. I'm glad, because we all know what we need. As well as a striker, we need that keeper and a midfielder. Rob, spot on, mate. Absolutely spot on. So if you have just joined, it's been a little bit of a mixed bag. It's been a really, really mixed bag in We look good in passages of play. I think Lenny Yoro has looked brilliant. I think he's a great defender, but he's been caught out a couple of times because there's no support from Ahmad. Ahmad going forward, I think looks brilliant when he's running at a back four, or players they don't know what to do with him. Going back, he's just not a wing back. He's too light, and he doesn't make those runs. Delo's been dreadful. Luke Shaw's been awful. Those two need. I can see it in 4K, mate. Loads of those improvements needed. Those two need to go. Delict's been all right. I think he's been all right. Not really noticed him. He's been a bit quiet. But Bayinda's been he's been all right. Palmed. He's not really done anything. The one opportunity that he's had to save an easy free kick, he's palmed it back in, and nearly cost us a goal. Ugarte and Mainu. Ugarte, I think, he's not been good. I don't want to say he's been dreadful, but he's not been great, and he was responsible for the first goal. Mainu's been all right. Those two together just don't look confident. They started off okay, but Ugarte just doesn't look at it today. Mainu doesn't look at it either. The pair of them just don't look right. This is why we need a new centre midfielder. Fernandes in patches has been good. He's been okay, but again, it's a very disjointed performance. Cunha looks tired. He's done some good stuff early doors, but he looks tired. And Mbeumo looks good. So I would probably say Yoro for me is at the moment probably man of the match, I dare say. Mbeumo's looked good. Ahmad's looked good going forward, but going back. But the rest of the team, soon as we conceded that goal, we went back to type. Luke Shaw for me is doing my head in. I didn't like him in the last game. I don't want him in this game. He needs to come off. I don't like him. And Delict, I like Delict. I want him to do well, but he seems to be steady. So I can't really say I've noticed much if he's done anything wrong, to be honest with you. So I think he's been okay. Ugarte is all right, but he's chaotic on both sides. Who plays? Yeah, he's in the last game. He's not very good when there's no time on the ball. He does panic. Absolutely. We won every game, and Everton have lost every game. We should win this. But Jay, this is classic us, though. Classic us. Absolute classic. This is what we did last season. It's exactly what we did last season. Bring us passing, difficult setting, level 909 was the penalty. Difficult was setting one. Exactly. Bruno needs to keep the ball down. Again, like Ugarte having that shot from 25 yards. Why? Why is he shooting from 25 yards? I just don't get it. I really don't get it. But there you go. Like Bruno should keep things simple. Exactly. This is why he doesn't do it, and he's reverting back to type. We're seeing it already. Fourth game in, he is just reverting back to type already. Now, a quick update for you. So, if you have just joined, I did put it up in the chat. So, a little Shesko update for you is official, according to Ross Harwood, who's an independent, that a official bid is being prepared for Benjamin Shesko. The deal is now advancing. He has said yes to United only. I am looking forward to whatever happens, the Shesko deal being done, because then I can take him off the thumbnail and stop talking about him every single day. Anything else happening? Nothing from Fabrizio, nothing from David Ornstein at the moment. Højlund is on the bench. I wonder if he'll come on. Omar Barada was just speaking then. First time I've heard him speak, to be honest with you. Ben Jacobs is not saying anything else. So I think we're going to see Shesko quite soon. I wish I had an Xbox controller with me every other weekend watching these lads. Let me ask you, Chief. An is it EA football now, or are you a FIFA or Pro man? Obviously, Pro Evo has now changed, hasn't it? I did used to like a little bit of Pro Evo back in the day.
Mm.
I remember when I was a kid playing FIFA on the Mega Drive. I think it was called the Mega Drive in the States as well. I think it was. So I remember playing FIFA. I remember playing the very, very first FIFA game. I loved it. Absolutely amazing. I played both. I used to like a little bit of Pro Evo until they changed it, and then I got older, and then I had kids, and then I done PES and Evo. Before it became PES, right? It was International Superstar Soccer, and then I remember when it became PES, and it was I played from FIFA 98. Was FIFA 98 good? Yeah, I think FIFA 98 was that the Road to the World Cup one. FIFA 98 was, I think that was the one where you could play indoors for the first time. So that was cool. So I played the very first FIFA. To this day, that's still an amazing game. I can't get it anywhere. FIFA, the original FIFA was, and it was only international teams as well. It was brilliant, absolutely amazing. I love that. And then I played since Sega as well, lol. Yeah, that one was cool. Exactly. Sega. I'm getting old. Jay, I definitely feel older, my friend. Does anybody remember Kickoff or Sensible Soccer? So those two, I think they might have predated FIFA. I don't think they did. But yeah, I mean, I remember playing computer games in the 80s. I mean, that was awful back then. Camera 24, hello my friend. I hope you're doing really well. Hi sir, we need a midfielder who can progress and hold the ball when we face our goal, because we are really good once we get to the halfway line. Exactly. Yes, exactly that. We need a midfielder and we need a striker. I don't think it works playing number 10s up front. I'm not liking this makeshift Star Trek on floppy disk. Hell yeah, I remember those. I remember floppy disks, because in fact, do you remember tapes? So I had a Spectrum, and you used to have to load in a cassette tape, and it used to take ages to load up. That's how old I am. You used to have cassette tapes, and computer games were on those. So I'm pretty old. Oh, we just kicked off. Everton have got the ball. Ugate's gone down again. Beto. Ugate's gone down again. He needs to get up. Euro. Come on, Euro. This is not a best start. Not a great start. This second half already. 1-1. Everton have come out. They have come to play. They've come to get some pride. They've lost the last two games. Oh, good ball through to Beto. Nice play. Oh, nice play. Euro. Tackle Euro. Tackle Euro. This kid is a Rolls Royce, mate. He is. I tell you what, if he has a good season, Madrid are coming knocking for him. That is a tackle and a half. Euro is brilliant. Better. That's a really nice delict got done. Go on, Euro. Oh. Down the floppy disk. That's old AF. I remember those tapes. Yes, I'm 37. My parents still had them. I'm 42, so I'm just that 5 years on from you. So you know, I've just got that little level. Yeah. I miss him as well. Yeah, he is keen. Euro is he's fantastic. Varane was a good player, but I think by the time he came to us, I think he was kind of on the towards the end, wasn't he? I think so. Ghana's got a corner for the Toffees. Get this ball in. Oh, it's a nice high ball. Bienda get it. Bienda comes out and obviously misses it. Dorgu's come on. Back in the box. Bienda's good save, Bienda. Wow. Bienda, good save. Jesus, what a save. Well done. Bienda's made a save there. And he didn't know the second one. Some great saves, Bienda. Check him out. Just check this out. Oh, Ugate's awful. Ugate's terrible. He's having an awful game. What a save, Bienda. Ugarte needs to come off. He's having an awful game. That was a great save, Bienda. Varane was already washed, yeah. My dad probably hit his rating. Again, just kidding. Amazing. Ugate's awful. This is why we need it. Ugate's back up. This is why we need a defensive midfielder. 100%. 100%. We're done, Euro. Oh, Ugarte. He's having a stinker. Ugate's having an absolute stinker. Oh, Ugarte. Ugarte, he needs to come off. Oh. Belieber, I agree with you. I agree with you. Get Ugarte off. He's having an absolute stinker. Go on, Dorgu. Go on, Dorgu. Go on, Dorgu. Oh, go on, Dorgu. That's what we want to see. Ugarte. Go on, Dorgu. He's there. Oh, Fernandes. Fernandes, Ugarte. Ugarte's having an absolute stinker. Go on, Fernandes. Make a run. Oh, my God. Give it up to Fernandes. Just stop. Go on, Mainu. Luke Shaw. Fernandes. Delict. Need to get this down. Ugarte's having... Oh, Fernandes. Go on, Dorgu. He's fine. That wasn't a foul. Go on, Cunha. Mbeumo's come off, hasn't he? Go on, Euro. Good ball over. Is Cunha playing up front? Cunha's playing up front. No. What is he doing? So who's playing up top then? Is Cunha playing up top? Oh. They are playing. They are reverting back to type as they always do. So much for this fresh start crap. So the commentator has just said they're doing uncharacteristic things. No, they're not. They're reverting back to type what they did the whole of last season. Terrible ball. And the problem is it's infecting the whole of the team now. So the commentators, if you've missed that, basically just said they're doing uncharacteristic things. They've been doing this for 2 years. They've been doing this all season. Last season. Absolute terrible. Ugarte needs to come off now. Well, it tells you everything that you need to hear, doesn't it? So Mbeumo's come off and Højlund hasn't come on. So that tells you everything that you need to know. I believe it. I believe that Højlund's going to be a make weight for Shesko. Ugate's awful. Someone coming on. No. Ugate's been awful. Absolutely dreadful. Shocking. Sure, it's pissing me. And he's been pissing me off for the last. He's been annoying me for the last 3 games. Telling you, he's got to sell this guy South America. Agree with you, mate. I have never been on board with Luke Shaw. I've been consistent on that, as many of you have as well. I've said it many a times on here. Luke Shaw is not for me. Go on, Dorgu. Go on, Dorgu. Great Dorgu. Oh my God! Somebody get him off. Somebody get Ugarte off. He's having an absolute stinker. Get him off. Someone just kick this ball out and get him off. Ugarte's having an absolute stinker. These commentators are annoying me as well. Ugarte needs to come off it. Ugarte's been absolutely dreadful. So those of you who've just joined, obviously don't forget to give us a like, favourite and subscribe. Obviously this is free, right? Even if you subscribe and you give a like just for the chat, this chat is amazing. As always, we'll stay on here for a little bit after to discuss this performance. I've already got a lot of things to say. I'm glad we're having this performance in some respects, because it kind of it brings us back down to earth, and it realistically brings us back down to earth as well. I don't like it, but it shows, this performance for me shows exactly why all of us have been clambering for new players, and we definitely need a striker. We haven't got a striker on the pitch. Where's Højlund? Bayinda, tell you what, he's had a good start to this half. Credit where credit is due. He's had a better start to this off, and he's pulled off an absolute worldie save. So well done to him. All fresh players are going to come on. Mason Mount, Heaven's coming on. Mason Mount's coming on. Oh my God. Oh my good Lord. Go on, Bayinda. That's nice. That's better. We don't have a striker. Go on, Cunha. Yes, Cunha. Go on, Cunha. Get it in there. Go on, Cunha. What a tackle. What a tackle. And this is why we need a effing striker. Why do we not have a striker on the pitch? So again, Mbeumo's gone off. We've got one of our signings on the pitch. Where is the striker? Ugarte's proven we need a centre midfielder. Cunha is a great player. He looks tired. But where is that striker? Dreadful. Dreadful. Cunha's done really, really well there. And we've got it into the box. Where's the striker? Ridiculous. Go on, Bruno. Get it in there. Ahmad's never winning that, is he? Ahmad's never winning that. Substitutions. Mason Mount. Oh my God. I'm just going to say this now. I seen that number 7. Maguire's coming on. Who's he coming on for? Shaw. Please. So Mason Mount's. Shaw, Yoro and Mainu. I'm glad Shaw's off. Thank God that experiment can stop. Yoro's coming off. Yoro. I get him coming off. He's had a great game. Yoru's had a fantastic game. Heaven's obviously going to go on that side because oh goodness me, Mason Mount coming on at number 7 breaks my heart every single time. Manu's come off as well. Okay, so Fernandes has gone back. So Fernandes has gone back to that number 8. And Mason Mount's come on. And he's still not brought on a striker. So those of you, Lord Maguire, bring him on. So I'm going to say this now, and when it becomes true, Ross Harwood's going to get all the praise, because I think he's bang on, and we've been right on here. We've discussed it last week. We said it. Manuel Ugarte. How is Ugarte still on? I don't know how Ugarte is still on this pitch. How is Ugarte still on this pitch? Great ball for Beto. Unlucky. Everton are coming at us now. Oh, it's dreadful. Reverting back to type again. 100% reverting back to type. So Ross Harwood came out in the last couple of hours and basically said, and I'm going to quote him again, I did put it into the chat, an official bid is being prepared for Benjamin Sesko. The deal will now advance. He said yes to us. Højlund is not playing. We need a striker on this pitch now. And we've got one of our signings playing. And I think that Højlund is part of the Sesko deal. I'm convinced. I ignore Mount. He's invisible to me. I agree. I think he's a Chelsea spy. That's what he is. Heaven. How Ugarte is still on here, I don't know. Go on, Dorgu. Yes. Well done, Dorgu. So, what are we thinking so far? 60 minutes in. What are we thinking so far? I think this has been a very patchy. I think this has been a last season display. 100% last season display. We concede a goal, and you can just see that nervousness infect the side, infect the team. And where's Bruno when we need him to keep pushing this team on? I'm just not seeing it. But it's okay, because it's a new start. It's we all eat together. He's got a new bunch of players who are in the leadership group. Same old. Another last season display. Awful. Absolutely dreadful. Dreadful. Need to get this ball down. Oh, Ugarte. Please get him off. Please get him off. Oh, it's dreadful. Go on, Maguire. Get this ball down. No, what I don't want to see from Fernandes in this position is I want to keep it simple. That's better. Go on, Heaven. Well done, Heaven. Heaven's a corner. I like that pass by Fernandes, keeping it simple. That is where he needs to be. Keep that ball down. So there's a corner. Go on, Maguire. Is Maguire in there? Go on, Maguire. Lord Maguire. Go on, son. Oh, Casemiro's warming up. Højlund is warming up. Go on, Maguire. Nice big header, his son. Go on. Go on. Ah, awful. Get it down. Yeah. Oh, get it down. Go on, Dorgu. Fernandes has the ball on the left. Nice ball. Mount. Oh, it's got out. It's got out. Go on, Fernandes. That's much better, Fernandes. That's much, much better. In the box. Cross it in the box. Much, much better. Better. Much better. That's what you want to see. Much, much better. Fernandes in that 8 is definitely better. He's improved already. Go on. Go on, Ahmad. Go on, Ahmad. Oh, don't give it to Ugarte. Oh. Oh, this is painful. Absolutely painful. Ugarte, please leave the pitch. And this is why we need a centre midfielder. We need a CM. We need a defensive centre midfielder. Awful. Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Everton, so the defence have come here and played. Fantastic. Much. I bet he's pleased with that one. Oh, right. Nothing's coming down that side. It's all going through the Dorgu side. It's all going through that side. It's all going through the left. All going through the left. The low. Amarin's going to come a cropper when he favours the lows. Hollywood ball. Another Hollywood ball. I don't get what Fernandes just cannot play. So where's this movement? Where's this movement gone? Where's this pass and play movement gone? Absolute shocking. More substitutes warming up. Let's get Højlund on. Let's get Højlund on. Well done, Delete. Aiden Heaven got smashed in the face then. That was a forearm smash. That was a Hulk smash in the face there. Awful. Forearm smash by Barry. I tell you what, if that was if VAR was around, I reckon he'd be off for that. That's an awful challenge. Fuck's sake. Get Ugarte off somebody, please. Bang out of order. Go on, Heaven. Cool. He did say that, didn't he? Absolute, took that to the face. That looked like that hurts. Yeah, that was out of order. I mean, if you're a Toffees fan, then obviously you might be okay with that, and that's fine. But that's out of order. I mean, potentially that's a Amarin. Amarin looks dejected right now. He doesn't know what to do with this team. Absolutely doesn't know what to do. Hasn't got a clue what to do with this team. They will, and they will always revert back to type 100%. That's well won by Mount there. He's done well. The geezer's got a 90s haircut. He's got curtains. They do look lackluster. We look like we've got no energy. Ugarte to Delit to Delo. This is very much another performance as much as last season. Delo's awful. For those of you who are not convinced with the Amarin system, those of you who thought that Mbeumo Cunha could play up front, I think as an experiment, I think that's not going to work. Dorgu's done really, really well there. We need a striker. 100% need a striker. Go on, Fernandes. Go on. Great goal by Mason Mount out of absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. All won by Dorgu. All won by Dorgu. Great finish. Out of absolutely nothing. And this is why we keep Bruno. You know, again, this is such a last season, you know, where Fernandes has once again dug us out of a hole. You know, he's not ripping up trees. Fernandes is not playing the best game of his life, but everything goes through Fernandes. Everything goes through him, and you know, everything goes through him. You know, it's you know, I can see why we keep him. You know, I'm still not gonna go back and say like we shouldn't have sold him, but everything goes through Fernandes. I mean, you know, you guys have even said it. John Cena scored. I just heard. I didn't see him though. That's because you can't see him. That's clearly why. Good goal. Højlund's coming on. Højlund is coming on for the last 20 minutes, and Casemiro is coming on as well. So I don't like the fact we've not played with a striker for most of this match. I do like the Casemiro substitution right now, only because we need another midfielder in there. I don't like it, but this goes to show we need a centre midfielder. Absolutely need a centre midfielder and a striker, 100%. 100%. That's better. Now, Fernandes better. Much better. Much better. Much better. Much better. Much better. Ahmed going forward is fantastic. Nice play by Bruno. Bruno, he's gone into the game. I think Bruno again. I think he has these patches in games, but Fernandes is going through him again. Cunha's not been amazing this game. He looks tired and leggy. I'm glad we've got Højlund on. I want Højlund to come on now and do something. Cunha's had an okay game. Ugarte's been awful. I'm glad Ugarte's off. He's been absolutely Friggin' dreadful. I want Højlund now to bang it in. Go on, Højlund. Go on, Højlund. I want him to bang it in. Go on, son. Doggy with a shot. Shocking. That's a wasted chance. Shocking. The ball's gone. Oh, Americans love that. Americans love a ball in the crowd, don't they? Spilt that then, didn't I? What a wally. Spilt that. What an absolute wally. Everton now. We need to get this ball back. Go on, Mount. Go on, Højlund. Go on, Højlund. Here we go. Do some more pressing, boys. So if you just joined, Højlund is now on the pitch. He's got 18 minutes. Well done, Maguire. Well done, Maguire. Lord Maguire. Easy on the ball, mate. Easy. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Well done. We're looking a little bit chaotic. Heaven needs to keep this ball down. That's it. Better. Go on, Bruno. Oh, Bruno. Hollywood ball to Delo. You get the ball there and you do a Hollywood pass. He does fantastic stuff, and then he does these stupid balls over the top. He's one of the most frustrating players I've ever known to play for this club. Go on, Ahmad. Go on, Mount. Go on, Dorgu. Better pressing. That's much better. Much better. Much better. Oh, Bruno. Other end. Concentrate now. Oh, what an absolute joke. Lost by Fernandes. Too busy. This is what I mean about Fernandes. And I've been saying this. Absolute. What? It was an own goal. It wasn't Heaven's fault. I don't blame him for that. All thanks to Fernandes. I mean, there's just no words for me that can describe Fernandes. It's just he does good stuff, and then he does things like that. It's just the same as last season. I don't see what the difference is. I don't see what the difference is. Chief Herb, I think we're gonna. And if you look at some of my older streams, and I think what we said on here, and I've said this multiple times, Bruno is a stat padder. That's what he does. He hasn't changed. He's not gonna change. He can't change. He's a stat padder. He'll do some great stuff, and then he'll start doing like Hollywood balls, and this is where we are. It's exactly the same, and we are doing the exact same thing that we did last season. Delo, what is he doing? Another this I'm glad I'm glad in some respects that we're seeing this now. I'm glad that we're seeing this now because it just goes to show, doesn't it? Fernandes needs to come off. 13 minutes left. Here he goes. To Delo again. Bruno needs to stop doing these balls. Bruno is doing my head in now. Bruno needs to stop those. Just keep the ball. He's doing what he did last season. Another shocking display. Absolute shocking. And we're going to have to put up with this for the whole of the season. Oh my God, Bruno, keep the ball. Amarin's going to live and Amarin's going to live and die on this system, and he's going to live and die on Fernandes. Al Nasser come back in the last couple of days and weeks and offered some money for him, and we're still not going to take it for him. Amarin's gonna live or die on Fernandes and this back five, this back three and the wing backs. He's so much for this new start. Luke Shaw, Delow's awful. I don't know why he's still on this pitch. Delow's awful, absolutely dreadful. Shocking. I'm sure Arsenal fans are not quaking in their boots just yet. But it just goes to show for me the positives. And as I said before the start of this game, is that it was a good lineup with people that we wanted to see. But I wonder if we were going to have the opposite to the game I thought we were going to have with the lineup for Bournemouth. And everybody jumped all over that performance. Even on here we said, it's pre-season. Let's not jump on the back of these games. Equally, I can't be a hypocrite and say I can't jump on the back of this performance. It is pre-season, but we've got one more game left, and then we've got Arsenal. So we've got 2 weeks left. What can Amarin do in 2 weeks with this side, who finished 15th last season with 2 signings? One of them played up front. He's not a striker. With no new striker, no centre midfielder. Delow is shocking. Fernandes is inconsistent. And this is a new United. You hear it every season. Every season. Every season. Absolute dreadful. Absolutely shocking. Absolutely dreadful. 2-2. Everton have been value for their money. For their goals. There can be no arguments. Maybe you could argue their second goal was fortunate, but they've had their chances. Absolutely dreadful. Awful. Shocking. Yeah, I do feel like there's a goal in this one. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Honestly. Oh, dreadful. Sums up my day. It's an absolute shocker. Go on, Fernandes. Oh, shocking. Jesus. 83rd minute, and again, this is one of these. It's just awful. Come on, Cast. Beto. Go on, Maguire. Lord Maguire. Yeah, this is what we love, Maguire. Absolute brilliant. We love him. We've done Maguire. Amarin clearly has more work to do with this squad. So, I can just imagine a couple of people in the chat tomorrow are going to absolutely eviscerate this team. I think that this is it hasn't been good, and those players that we already know are good and have played okay. That we've learnt nothing. We've learnt absolutely nothing. Turgid, slow, typical offenders who shouldn't be at this club are still here. Dreadful, absolutely dreadful. The commentators are doing their best. Commentators are doing their best to trying to do their best on this one. I don't blame them, to be honest. It's awful. Amarin is going to regret Fernandes. He's going to live to regret making Fernandes his poster boy 100%. Awful. Go on, Mason Mount. Thanks, Jay. We definitely need some more likes. We've had 5,422 views on this, which is, I think, one of the highest so far. I can't thank you enough. That I, need to get your views up. If we could even get 10% of that, that would be absolutely astounding. It really helps the channel. Even if you come here for the chat, I know this game has been a load of dross. I'm going to probably do a match reaction just after this as well. I might as well because I'm already on and I'm already here. If you can join me for that, that would be amazing as well. I think it's important to try and pick through this. I mean, maybe tomorrow, when it settles down again, but I think it's really important to go through how terrible these players have actually been tonight. I think they've been absolutely dreadful. The commentators are putting a spin on it, sporadically showing what they can do. This is what they did the whole of last season. They were sporadic last season. They were awful last season. And this is a last season performance. And I can just imagine a couple of people, I can just think now in the chat that they're going to come on here tomorrow and, that is awful. I think the Lit's been okay. I think Dorgu's come on and looked okay. Ahmad going forward, I think he's looked good. Højlund, another Højlund display. 2 weeks. 2 weeks they've got to fix this. Shocking. Absolutely dreadful. We started off good and then we just died off. Exactly. Jay, I agree with you completely. I could not agree with you more. It's a typical United display. After about 50 minutes, 60 minutes, we scored a goal and so what? So what? Chalk and cheese. This is very reminiscent of the Leeds game. When the pressure's on and we come up against a team that are slightly better or willing to play, then this is what we do. Now, if Everton can come back here and get a goal, I mean, they've looked lively. I mean, as a display, it's been absolutely dreadful. Not many people have covered themselves in glory. Go on, Binder, get it out. If this was a Premier League game, I'd be like, let's just get this done. Let's just take the draw and get it done. Another Fernandes display. Long throw by Ghana. Get it out. Much better, Casemiro. Well done, Casemiro. It's much better. Go on, Højlund. Get on the ball. Go on, Dorgu. 3 minutes. Oh, Casemiro with his holiday balls. For fuck's sake. No, but it's not about the result. It's about the performance. Three minutes left. I generally can't wait for this game to be over. I'm still annoyed we let Gamer go. Yeah. So Ghana was a good player. Again, Alanga, you could argue that as well. Right, let's get this in the box. Good throwing in the box. Terrible. Terrible. Dreadful. Amarin looks dejected. I don't think he's got a clue what to do with this. This is absolutely dreadful. Embarrassing. It is the display of last season. Everton, to be fair to their credit, not to disrespect them, they've lost 2 previous games. They're obviously fitter. They're a bit better. you know, and they've come into this game and they could have won this game. And again, we're hoping and we're wishing for, you know, a last bit of magic. Waiting now for this game to finish. I'm going to, once it's finished, I'm going to stick on another match reaction quickly. Might as well maybe spend half an hour going over this, get our frustrations out. It's going to be a long season. Go on, Ahmad. Casemiro puts another shit ball over the top. Go on, Ahmad. What's Bruno going to do? Go on, Dorgu. That's better. Oh, go on, Fernandes. Go on, Fernandes. Get it. But what? Why did Fernandes just... I just need to go back and look over that a little bit, because Fernandes, I'm sure, just as the ball was coming back out again, just stood there. That was awful. That was absolutely dreadful, awful game. Don't really know what else to say on that game. I will do a match reaction. I'll set up a match reaction for this game. If you just joined, it was typical performance of last season. Nothing different, everything the same. Fernandes scored a penalty, assist to Mason Mount. Now, I've not seen anything different, if I'm being brutally honest. Just the same mode. So, thank you for those who have. How did we get worse? Exactly, Chill. We great stream. So awful. 6 minutes. Thanks, buddy. I'm gonna quickly create another stream in a second. We can go over this over there. Reaction to the game. I think it's important that we go over it so we can say it now. Well, thanks for those who've watched. Thanks for those in the comments. You know, Chief Herb, Tulip, Jay, as always, legends of the chat. You know, everyone that's come in here, give me your time. Nearly 5,500 views in this video is amazing. So I'm going to set up another stream in a second. If you want to join me over there, that'd be amazing. Interesting game. We'll talk about it over there. So yeah, so 2-2. Euro played well, exactly. Who impressed? I think same old mate, exactly, Rob. Who impressed me right here right now? Euro I thought was great. Mbeumo looked sharp. Ahmad going forward was very good. But I'll talk about that in a second. So I'm going to end this now, and then I'll set up another live stream pretty much straight away. Thank you for watching, and I will see you very soon. I'll probably see you in about a minute or two. Take care.